Hmm. What's going on? Doesn't act like it's working. Hmm.
I did a restart and didn't do a cold start.
What does that mean?
I don't know if a restart clears out everything from the previous session.
Oh, would you go and see if it's running at talkstorymedia.us on your computer?
Storymedia.us.
US. I know.
See you, and it says live in the upper right hand corner.
Okay, that's good then. It's working. I just gotta wait for.
Okay, well, you don't want to start streaming until you start your program, right?
Uh, I won't start recording.
Oh.
Yeah, this doesn't work if I don't do it this way. Maybe I need to stop and start it.
Wave or something?
Hmm.
You want to wave up in your face? Oop.
Do wave? Did it wave? Did you see me wave?
You're on the air.
Well, I can't, I'm not ready to be on the air. I'm sorry. I'm not recording it yet. I mean, I'm waiting for other people to show up. Okay. I guess yeah, okay, thank you. Hi, Norm.
All right. But, okay, is everything muted now?
Um,
Can you hear me okay?
I guess we're already live. I don't know how to stop. When I go to set it up, I don't know how to set it up without starting it.
Okay. You're hearing me all right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we have 6 minutes before we're supposed to start.
Yes,
But we're already live.
I know. I thought I'd just check you out and see what you're doing today. How's
Well,
the
I'm
weather?
kind of, there must be a way to set this all up without
Well, I don't know anything
starting
about
it.
this group. All I know is that I think you can push a button on Zoom and record it. I don't know.
Yes, and I will do that.
hmm
Right. We've got, it's 3:54, so we're supposed to start at 4.
Well,
What time?
yeah, we have a few minutes, but you know me, I just had to get on a little early, so I'm adjusting everything.
Me too. And the only thing that worries me is how to do this without having it go live when I'm trying
Mhm.
to set it up. But I think I might have figured it out.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
It's going. Okay, Mike says it's going. He's
Oh, he does? Okay.
monitoring us.
All right, great. Say hi to him.
Okay. Norm says hi. Okay. Well, I don't know about the other people who said they were going to come.
Tara
Tara, yeah.
and anybody else?
That other woman, your friend,
Oh, Omar?
Omar.
Omar's a man.
Oh, no,
Oh,
not
no, you
Omar.
mean Sheila.
Sheila.
Oh, I don't know whether I haven't heard anything from her. I know she's doing workshops weekly here. So,
Oh, yeah, she's volunteering at her temple, come to think of it.
yes. hmm
So, all right. So I guess we're it, Norm.
Okay.
Okay,
Whatever.
so our subject today was lucid dreaming,
hmm
and I
Continuing it. Yes.
think I mentioned last week how I used to get people to lucid dream was having them just every so often during the day question yourself about whether you're dreaming
hmm
and look around and see if anything looks like it shouldn't look.
Yeah. Okay, let's come back and also define what lucid dreaming is. I think what it is an intensified dream in which you are aware that you're
That
dreaming.
you're dreaming.
Yes, very much so. That you're actually aware of the dream environment and you actually, I believe you can actually control it.
Yeah,
If
to a
you go
certain
back and look at it
extent.
again, sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know I had that one where I was definitely awake. I was definitely
yeah.
aware I was dreaming. I was flying over the city that I lived in,
mhm.
and I started falling and I couldn't control that. And that kind of freaked me out because I thought I was going to be able to control everything.
Okay. Yeah, it's the thing that I guess we mentioned the whole thing bothered me about dreaming was that so many people advocate taking notes after the dream,
Mm-hmm.
a notepad at your stand or a tape recorder. I can't do that.
Really?
And I don't know why, because as soon as I attempt it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
pretty
saying?
common.
But what I try to do is when I wake up, try to remember certain salient points about it, what was going on, and then
Write
I
those
try to go
down.
back and look and see what I thought it meant. Sometimes
And
it's been a
I'm
while.
trying to find that dream journal program that's online. There's an online dream journal.
Yes, there is, and a lot of people request if you're doing dreaming work with them that they request you keep a journal. And for
Yeah.
a
And
lot
do
of
you
people, that's
know,
very beneficial. It really works. Just that I'm such a nutcase, it doesn't work with me. No, I'm so used to teaching English, of course, and everything has to be correctly punctuated and spelled correctly. And so I get involved in sentence structure and forget all the dream. I don't learn, just write down the key words, you know.
Yeah. Oh, well, that works then, doesn't it?
Mhm. No, I haven't tried that. I just gave up. I
Yeah.
should try that. I should try that. Uh,
Well,
I think,
here's a Reddit group called Lucid Dreaming.
mhm,
So it turns out you can
mhm,
go to Reddit and join the Dream Journal app
mhm.
suggestions.
I thought somebody just tried to sign in. I don't know.
Oh, let me see.
I had a little shield pop up on my screen.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
I don't see anything here.
Oh, okay. And let's see. Custom live streaming service.
Okay, well, if
Okay, that's
you
okay.
are trying to get on, um, you can give me a call at 970-200-5683,
Mhm.
and I'll answer the phone and try to get you on or send you a link. Okay, there's send a message out. If you want to be on the panel, let me know. Oh, at. I should put at the phone number, huh? Okay, so
Yeah,
some of the,
we have two messages there.
I put one saying, if you want to be on the panel, let me know,
Right.
and the
And
phone
then
number.
yeah, and then there's another. I have two, a number two for messages.
Uh,
Hmm.
on participants.
Just says more.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we have
Show
any.
chat
Okay.
preview. Record on this computer. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Okay, I'm gonna start recording now. So
Okay,
this is Julia Widup and Norm Wilson with our About Shamanism show. We we stream live every Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 3 p.m. your time.
yes.
Okay, 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Mhm.
And today the subject is lucid dreaming. If you're a practitioner interested in discussing these subjects with us, being part of this panel, please let me know and we'll get you in either this week or next week or some other week, whenever Sunday you can do it. So, lucid dreaming.
Mhm.
So there's all kinds of things they've got. They've actually got masks that you can put on that detect whether you're dreaming or not.
Yes.
And then they'll flash a light to let you know that you're dreaming.
Hmm. And
So
why
you
would
can,
they're to help you be lucid? Is that it?
yeah, when you see the flashing light, you think, oh, I must be dreaming.
Hmm. Wouldn't that wake
But
you up?
another way you can do it is
Mhm.
just several times through the day, look around and see if, oh, if the walls don't match up or some little thing isn't right, it might be a dream.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
then you test.
Mhm.
And one of the tests that I thought was pretty good was to just hold your nose and see if you can still breathe.
Mhm. Well,
If you
that's
can
a
still
good
breathe,
one.
you're dreaming.
Yeah, right. That's a good one.
That is a good one because when you are lucid dreaming, it feels exactly like real life.
Yes, it does. So yeah,
It
so you would feel pain or anything else because it's real.
it
Mhm.
it's very real, so hyper real, almost realer than real
Like you
life.
flying over the world, falling out. Yeah.
But if you do find yourself lucid dreaming and you've got to be careful or you'll lose lucidity
Yes.
because you can't look at anything too intently for too long or you'll lose your lucidity.
And you can't then come back to it.
Right.
Mhm.
I
The what is, I guess, the flow of the dream stops.
I guess that's what happens. I remember the time that happened to me. I was just looking at everything, thinking how real and intensely real it looked.
Mhm.
And I looked down at the stair rail, and there was a little piece where um, you know how when you varnish things,
Right.
sometimes a little bubble.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There was a little bubble, and I thought, oh my God, it's so realistic. There's bubbles in the varnish on the stair rail, and just I was staring at it so much that I lost lucidity and I woke up the next morning and went, "Oh my God, that was a lucid dream." And I didn't
Hmm.
stay lucid because I got
Involved.
too involved. You have to be sort of detached to stay
Mhm.
lucid.
Okay.
It's like there's a detached you that's watching and there's another you that's doing.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. The two U's.
That's
Okay.
how it feels.
Well, yeah, that's a good way of saying it, though, that you're cognizant of that your existence, you're cognizant of the fact that you're dreaming.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
you
the
have some
dream
awareness there.
but the dream goes on
Yeah.
and you
Last week,
can kind
yeah.
of control it because I remember thinking, okay, because I used to always test by seeing if I could fly.
Mm-hmm.
Although don't do this while you're on the edge of a cliff or something, just in case you're not full dreaming. But if you are dreaming, you will be able to fly.
Hmm.
But then the trouble with using that as a test is that then every dream's a flying dream.
hmm.
And there's so much more you can do with lucid dreaming.
Yes. Okay.
You can
Uh,
ask your higher self questions. Do you have any ideas, Norm, of things you can do?
well, I think one of the things we mentioned last week was ghost pipe, or what they call sometimes Indian pipe, that helps you with the lucid dreaming.
Oh, yeah, herbs
Connection
you can take.
spiritually, yeah. Uh, it's a, I don't like to, but it's a plant that grows wild and normally. And if you get the real thing, you have to have somebody who knows plants in the natural world and doesn't pick up, like you go mushroom hunting, you don't pick up the bad mushrooms.
I'm just scared to
Yeah,
death to
yeah,
eat any mushrooms because
which
they're,
is pretty dangerous. So what
yeah.
it does, it has medicinal uses, ghost pipe does, and it's mixed with denatured alcohol.
Uh,
Okay, so you put like a couple of drops in whatever it is you're drinking, non-alcoholic drinks.
uh-huh.
Okay, a non-coffee, maybe a glass of water or a little fruit juice of some kind, maybe. It's used around the world now. Um, Typically viewed as a Native American, I believe, like Paiute, maybe.
I
Uh,
don't know.
mhm.
What part of the world does it grow in?
United States,
Oh,
North
okay.
America.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Uh,
They
it's
call it ghost pipe too, right?
Yes, it's because it's supposed to bring clarity to your dreams.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
and it's to help develop insight as you're dreaming, I guess. And also the other thing I say about it, Julie, is that it helps you develop your spiritual growth.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I'm not talking religion spiritual now. You know that.
Right,
Now, you know
right.
that, but we better say that. I'm not talking spiritually religious. We're talking about internal spiritual growth. Uh, Ghost pipe is also good for protection um, against negative energy. And we talked about that in one of our
Oh,
talks. And I think that's one we need to watch too. In terms of lucid dreaming, you can get wrapped up in negative energy. And so ghost pipe, or Indian pipe as it's sometimes called, helps protect you from having that experience. It can shield you from harm. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
yeah.
How bad does it taste?
It doesn't really have a bad taste.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, good.
So that it's used, by the way, in spiritual rituals, by the way, to help individuals connect to their higher level or their higher spirit world. I think probably, I guess it's available on Amazon.
Oh, I bet it is. We ran out.
However, when I bought some, I had it made locally.
Oh, someone
So
who knew it together.
I knew who the source was. It's like dragon's blood. That's made locally. I'm fussy about that, and you know that I get really almost paranoid that the essential oils that I get are I know where they come from, what country they're from, and not being a snot or a snooty person is that the soils in which the plants are grown and have a direct impact on their strength and their value. One of the things, I'm very fond of lavender, and we grow lavender in my own yard. And we have a lot of lavender farms in my area where we live in Washington. We used to buy our lavender from France, and France lavender got contaminated.
Oh, what happened?
Well, it got aluminum contamination, and that was a number of years ago. And that's, and you were recommended not buying it from France until they got it all cleaned out. I'm not sure how the contamination came about by that. It's been too long ago, but that's just an example. Overuse of chemicals in some areas, even though we've tried to get away from doing all the fungicides and stuff to kill things and make better plant protection. But it depends. And I still look, for example, where I get things from, what country is it grown in, what's origin. A lot of things, China, of course, China is one of the ancient countries. Also, I buy things from India, Egypt, the ancient cultures that have used various oils and plants for their well-being and their spiritual connection. And ghost pipe is just one of them, and it's native to Native America.
Here I found one on Amazon called Indian pipe.
Yes, that's called that also. I
So
don't know.
that's the same.
Yeah, it's either ghost pipe or Indian pipe. It's the same plant. I don't know how much it is on there.
It's $25 for a tiny amount, but maybe it doesn't take much.
Probably about 5 milliliter.
1.6 ounces.
Oh, that's a little more than I thought then. Okay. Yeah, you only use a couple of drops.
Okay, so that might last a long time.
Not eyedropper full. I have a client who has a snoring problem. And so I made an essential oil to use in a diffuser. And I said, well, you just put a couple. Well, they put droppers full in.
Instead of drops, they put droppers.
Yeah, it's overpowering. So we finally got that corrected. You have to be careful with those things that when they say 2 drops, 5 drops, they mean it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the essential oil can be too strong for you. It's just like 99% of the time, I do not recommend applying an essential oil directly to the skin. Okay. Have to have a carrier oil, so jojoba or sweet almond oil or something. Even olive oil works. Well, it's one of those things. It's just a preference, I guess. So, lucid dreaming can be eye-opening. It can give you a sense of direction. I think it can give you a sense of feeling good about things, that you're going in the right direction. It can open an avenue that you hadn't thought of, that had not occurred to you that you could do. Well, let's apply this. You're into shamanic art.
Mm-hmm.
Could you see, for example, that out of a lucid dream you might get an idea for new shamanic artwork?
Oh, yeah. And I think that you could definitely
Mhm.
you could ask to talk to your spirit animals and have them appear and ask them questions.
Now,
I mean, there's just all kinds of things you can do in that state. You're kind of hooked into the collective unconscious.
yes. Now, would most of the time in your shamanic artwork, let's say that you have connected to lucid dreaming, would most of those be some spiritual animal, or would there be some other essence of spirituality that would not come out in an artwork? You're the artist here.
Well, I just take whatever I get and try to make an image out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I just get words, I think,
Mm-hmm.
well, what would that image look like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what that would come out of a lucid dream.
Mm-hmm.
What word do you hear or feel over and over again, or what thing you sense over and over again in a lucid dream? It might be a message for you to turn into an artwork that's generated by a lucid dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
And you might be able to connect with people from the
mhm.
past, like, well, I'd like to talk to Van Gogh,
Yeah. One of the cautionary things I think we should really note is that one should not attempt using drug-induced dreams without someone else being present, uh, because you can overdo it, cause yourself harm, high increased sudden blood pressure, potential stroke, etc. Even the ancients, when they used drums and to go into a state of subconscious state, they had somebody doing the drumming, and they changed the drumming beat to bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was giving a lecture at a health seminar, and used a drum, and I was walking up and down the aisle. The first thing I noticed, somebody was falling off their seat.
You were doing what?
They were so hypnotized by the whole thing, they were falling over on their seat. And so you have to be careful doing things by yourself. Uh, if you're going to go into using some of these things, you should sure have somebody around to wake you up.
Yeah, well, usually with your dreaming, you're laying down.
Yes, so you know that it doesn't happen. Most of the shaman that are old had a drummer that would drum them into a hypnotic state to transfer themselves to another level, another realm, another dimension, if you wanted to. And the way they changed that is the speed of the drum beat.
Yeah. And we tend to use recordings.
Yes, and we have recordings now. Some of them are excellent, that are very good. They're excellent drumming. Sometimes it's flute that is used. The music is beautiful. I have a cousin that lives in Slovakia, and that's on the Ukraine border.
Mm.
He makes his own flutes. And
His own what?
he makes his own flutes, creates his own
Flutes.
flutes,
Oh, okay.
and then plays them. And he's been making flutes from various cultures around the world
How cool.
and learning how to do that and to create the sounds that they would originally. So it depends on what you do. It can be a drum, it can be rattles, it can be things like ghost pipe that you can use to help you go into a lucid dream. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Cool. And you can go and talk to your spirit animals and
Yes, spirit guide. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, if we ask you what your spirit animal is,
well, I have more than one. Most
yes,
people
oh,
do.
yes,
But
no,
the
no.
first one I ever became aware of was a bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
We're bear clan.
Yeah, yeah, but then eagle. No, we forget to say to people, sometimes I do anyway, that you can have more than one spirit guide.
Oh, yeah.
And then they come to you as the need is demonstrated. You know,
Last night I was meditating and I suddenly started thinking about, I have a parrot fan. It's parrot leaves.
mhm,
And I don't know why I just started thinking about parrots all of a sudden.
mhm,
I'm wondering if a parrot is one of my spirit guides because that fan came to me
mhm.
and parrots are interesting animals
Yes, they are.
and
Definitely.
they live to be 150 years old
Yep. So, and they can talk back to you
and
too.
they're smart. They know what they're saying too. It's not that they're just saying things they've heard.
Yeah, there are all kinds of little signals, I think, and you can pick these up in your lucid dreaming of what your spirit guide is trying to say to you, or trying to get you to do, or getting a new one. You may like suddenly see spirits, bird feathers, a particular bird's feathers, or a particular bird, and then you could be walking around someplace sometime, and there it is. And
Yeah,
I go out and I walk around my neighborhood here, and all of a sudden there's a feather, but it wasn't there when I went down the road. But when I came back the road, there it was.
there it was.
You never know what kind of little thing they be along the way. So, yeah, I think that's a fascinating world. We've lost so much, and I'm not saying we need to be nature worshipers. That's an entirely different thing. I think we lost so much in not appreciating those things that we had naturally within ourselves.
Yes,
We
yes,
bogged down with jargon, minutia information that we don't need.
tons of it.
Yeah, well, we're bombarded 24 hours a day with information. And I think that's one of the things we've lost that my late mentor used to go out and actually hug trees.
Really?
And it's, yes, you just stop thinking when you're hugging that tree, or just place your hands on it, stop thinking, accept the energy of the flow that's there. And we know that trees will support one another. When a tree is sick, the other trees underground will try to help it. There's scientific evidence to demonstrate that. Uh, I
The
think, yeah.
first time I ever had any communication with a non-human was a tree.
Mm-hmm. What was your, okay,
I
yourself
just
out.
moved into this house and there was a big tree that came up through a hole in the deck and
Mm-hmm.
hung over the house and hung over the deck. And it was just a beautiful old tree. And I just suddenly became aware that the tree was angry. And I said, why are you angry? What's wrong? And he said, people are always talking about cutting me down.
Mm.
And I said, well, it's because you're hanging over the house and they're afraid a tree branch will fall on the house. Anyway, we finally worked things out. I promised him that as long as I was owned that house, I would never let anyone cut him down. And he agreed that he would never drop a branch on the house if anybody was home. He waited until we
Cool.
were
Yeah, no, that's neat. Yeah, great.
and it,
Yeah.
and I when we did get ready to move from there, we got a full offer
Mhm,
contingent on us removing that tree.
mhm.
And I said to Mike, no, we can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
We just have to.
yeah. Guess I'm partial. Three sides of my house is surrounded by large trees. I mean, 80 feet high.
I love trees.
Yeah, and so we're living in the woods, and we have wild animals here. So we're a guest for a while,
My
and we planted a lot of trees and things of that nature that would be supportive to animal life and help clean the air.
Yeah,
Well, we cut down everything that's upon it concerns me how we're literally destroying the Amazon.
Oh, I can't believe that's happening.
I told you
So
one of my friends
disturbing.
is a Venezuelan, lived in the Amazon in Venezuela for many years, and the destruction is going on is sad.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
My son said,
Trees are one of the few renewable sources of energy that we have.
and
We
they
can't,
could make
rain is
paper and
not
all the things
reversible.
they
Yeah,
cut down
yeah,
trees with hemp.
yeah. And some of the places I drive and go to the mountains, one of the mountains I can see, it's 100 miles that I can see from my house.
Mhm.
It's 100 miles, so it's over 10,000 feet high, and I can drive there, and it takes a couple of hours, and I can get to the 5,000 foot level, but then it goes another 5 to 6,000 feet high. But all along there, they've slaughtered all the trees,
Oh,
and
oh no.
they wonder why there are landslides. And it takes, I forget how long it takes for a tree to grow and to full, like a good number of years.
Yes.
And they have to be replanted. And I guess that some of the major lumber companies here are redoing that and have been doing it for a number of years. But you can see where it has been literally gutted.
Yes.
I'm talking about the snow-capped mountains now. Uh, that's in the area, the big ski resorts that are there and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're not having any guests today, and I guess our Tara
Time is up
did not
now.
show up today.
And I just want to invite anybody who would be interested in being in the panel to let me know. You can find me on Facebook, Julia Widup, or you can find me at our website, shamanicarts.center.
How
And
about
Norm, where can they find you?
anywhere, if they're lucky? Well, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. I have 8 or 9 different places that I'm available. I'm teaching classes on Udemy on shamanic healing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good place to find Norm.
yeah, and
Norman Wilson,
yeah.
shaman.
We
That
have
should find
something going on. Yeah,
that should find him.
yeah. So what do we want to talk about next week? What
What do
what
you have any
topic?
suggestions? Do any of
I
our
thought
listeners?
you might do something.
Um,
We can go back and talk about art. Uh,
art,
yeah, because
that'd be good. Or again, I'd like to talk about some ways to protect yourself,
okay.
rituals that'll protect you, because that's the main thing I get questions about. People want to know how they can protect themselves if they feel like they're being psychically attacked.
Okay, we can do that. There are a lot of things we can do.
Okay, so well, we'll do protection next week, and then if you have suggestions, please text them to 970-921-9582. Thanks for being with us today, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye,
Bye.
Norm.
Bye, Julia. Have a great day.